Hello everybody, Blue Dooley in an international Paystar. Got Snowrunner this weekend and have enjoyed it immensely. I've already several hours into the game, as you can see. I'm working on the first drilling site in the main map you start in. And I was trying with this lowboy to haul some vehicles around. I have the Chevy top kick with a fuel tank on it. I was going to take it and my international scout to the next stage of this map over at the dam, and found one of the kind of annoying bugs of the game right off as you drive up on the trailer, and as soon as you switch vehicles, the vehicle you were in falls through the trailer. That also happens if you're trying to load a different truck with a truck with a crane. So if you have like just a flatbed or a trailer hooked up to a truck and a crane on a different truck, as soon as you let go of the load on the trailer, it just falls through, or it falls through the truck's deck. So those are the only two real big bugs I've ran into, and they're not game breaking, I'd say. They're kind of annoying, but the game is a lot of fun. There's a whole bunch of stuff to do. You've seen other people's videos, you already know that. We're going to swing in here, switch trailers, and the reason I had switched to this gooseneck is the normal flatbed trailer, this one, when I had the International Fleet Star, which is the first international you get for free, this trailer and that truck didn't really get along too well. The Fleet Star has so much frame rail sticking off the back of the truck, I think the hitbox of the truck and the trailer were interfering. Customization in the game is pretty awesome. I already put different stacks on the truck. I got the heavier duty bumper. You can put cab guards, lights. I put train horns on it. Haven't unlocked the visors yet, and haven't actually unlocked the really good off-road tires yet for the semis. There is the Royal BM, forget it, you can get it for free in Alaska. So if you don't want to buy the Paystar, the first area of the map in the tutorial when you go to Alaska, you need a scout vehicle with some good tires. I unlocked that truck, the Hummer, which you can get in Alaska, and I actually unlocked it with the International Scout. It was a little bit frustrating because I didn't have good mud tires at the time, but I did manage to get it unlocked pretty early, I think. And then I sold the Chevy pickup truck because I don't like Chevy pickups. So we just picked up the drill head here, and the footage of the driving here is sped up a little bit. Of course, the menu when I was customizing the truck, just kind of going through a bunch of options, it was also sped up quite a bit, as the driving's not this fast. You spend a lot of time going really slow, which is actually okay. I'm hoping maybe James will get this game and we can do a little multiplayer. I watch Jeff Faviano, the Northern Alex, and Barry of Bugs play the game multiplayer, and it looks like a ton of fun if you got some friends to play with you. There's a few more bugs in multiplayer, which hopefully they'll get patched out here soon. But yeah, it is an enjoyable game, and this footage is also really sped up. Not as much as I had initially tried it. But yeah, when you're off-road or on dirt, you're not going very fast. I found, I occasionally make a wrong turn. I have found that you use a lot less fuel if you go into low gear and just engage the diff lock instead of running all-wheel drive if you have diff lock on the truck. That's one of the few gripes I have about the game's mechanics is heavy-duty equipment like the Paystar and the semis, the top kick, any of the medium-duty trucks or the over-the-highway trucks. None of those vehicles care what speed you're going when you engage those. Some of the newer trucks might automatically disengage them after a certain speed, but the older trucks, yeah, you can throw in diff lock or power divider lock pretty much no matter what you're doing. If you're, of course, got one wheel spinning, you might break something, but it is possible to engage the lockers without being in a low gear. So we're gonna mob our way through the mud here, across the river. The graphics on the Xbox, of course, is what I'm playing on, the Xbox One. The graphics are really beautiful. The map's really well detailed. There's a lot of trees. The trucks all look really good. There's a few, well, the Chevy in particular, when you put the lift kit on it, it doesn't actually have like a proper lift kit. They just raise the truck up and really overstretch the suspension components to make it look lifted, like if you maxed out the torsion bar lift. But that's just a nitpick thing. Then we'll get this unloaded, and I didn't speed that up, it just builds really fast. We're gonna switch over to the garage again and change to the high or saddle high, because you need that for the next part of the main quest, which is to get the construction rig trailer. And we'll scoot over that here in a little bit. I do have all-terrain tires on this truck. The Paystar, when you buy it, has all-wheel drive, so that's why I bought it. Is the Fleet Star, it just sits too low, and it's not really a good off-road truck. The Paystar, you can kind of beat the snot out of it, and it's okay. Now we got that hooked up. I'm going to speed through the map, set myself some waypoints, which leads to, I think, the game tries to be really realistic in some areas, and this one, it fails in. Those lights on the trailer there would snag every power line we went by. The red thing on top would also snag most of the power lines, and that railing would snag stuff as well. Check my turn, and here is the other slightly unrealistic part. As expensive as this equipment is, they're going to make sure the road's wide enough and the grade's not too steep, because that's a lot of expense if that were to slide off the road. And having been out to oil rigs myself, I didn't work for an oil company, but when I was working in Casper as a roll-off driver for trash, I went out to rigs quite a bit, and yeah, the roads out to those drill sites are actually maintained a little better than some state highways, especially if you're out east, around New York and stuff. I've been down dirt roads in Wyoming that are smoother than any paved road in the entire state of New York. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, here's the other one. They wouldn't take this load through here. They had cleared out all the rocks and made sure it was, wide enough to get the rig through. I've seen a few other people who've played the game had the big Pacifica truck, and I don't really think you need it. The old International Paystar, I just kind of chugged along in low gear. Like here, the pad sight would be almost perfectly flat. You wouldn't want to risk that thing tipping over. But I've done quite a bit with the International Paystar. I like International, so I ran it. The Royal BM 7, whatever it is a pretty awesome truck too. So if you don't want to buy the International, just find it for free in Alaska. Here's my little Scout bouncing along, and the only problem with the Scout is when you put that roof rack on it, it's really tippy. but you can carry a lot of fuel on it, so I actually like it a lot better than the Chevy, because the Scout and the Hummer you can actually carry a fair amount of fuel without needing a specific rank or finding the part. I forget which on the Chevy. I think the 39s would have cleared without the lift, but now we got the mud tires instead of the all-terrains, which, again, the tires in the game don't make a lot of sense sometimes. It's like there's not much difference between that one and the all-terrain, but so I took the roof rack off just to keep it from being quite so tippy. You can customize, you can do a fair amount with most vehicles in the game. Change bumpers. Naturally, all of the vehicles I own are painted blue. That's just me. And here we have the H2 Hummer, which, again, nitpicking here. For some reason, the BFG all-terrains have better grip than the tractor tires off-road. I'm still trying to figure that one out. The stock Hummers are excellent in everything, but if you step up to a more aggressive tire, the performance doesn't go up more. Kind of weird. But again, you can carry fuel in the rack and in the bed of the Hummer. Yeah, a lot of parts are locked behind your rank, which is okay. That makes sense. They want you to do some stuff before you can buy all the cool stuff. Overall, the game is, like I said, a lot of fun. I've got several hours into it. I haven't really done much in Alaska, but that little international scout is capable of dragging the Hummer from the river which you find it in to the parking lot so you can unlock it. I then sold the Chevy truck so I could put some upgrades on the Hummer. Then took the Hummer out in Alaska and found that Royal BM 710, 700, whatever that truck is. And all you had to do was drag it out of some trees, hop in it, recover it to the garage, because of course it was mostly broken and I think out of fuel. But that's an awesome truck too. So hope everybody enjoyed the video. It's kind of a quick, dirty overview. Didn't get into too many specifics. I just wanted to have some driving footage, mainly of the Hummer, as it does do a little better off-road than that Scout. The Scout's so narrow and short. It hops around a lot, but if you enjoy driving games or like farm sim, stuff like that, Snowrunner has quite a bit of stuff to do in it. I'm maybe 15% through Michigan content, and there are of course Alaska, and I can't think of the name of the third map, and they're saying they're going to come out with some downloadable content maps, so the game should last quite a while. I waited late into the game to come get this Scout trailer, but I hope everyone had a good weekend. I apologize I didn't have a video last weekend, and I was hoping to get some RC footage, either running or building done, but schedules didn't line up, and parts are still waiting on parts. So hope everyone had a good weekend, and we'll catch you in the next video.